Welcome to this week's 10-minute book review. I'm 10.
I'm 2, who's now deaf.
Shut up. Today's book review is going to be on The Kindred by Alechia Dow.
You could have just asked me because I had it.
Ma'am.
Yeah, you didn't?
She just dramatic. Ain't nothing wrong with her ear, y'all.
You
She
yelled
just
in my
dramatic.
ear. Hey, Bookends.
I want to know about a return policy on friendship and family. I don't feel like
but you're not going anywhere.
I'm not, but I still want to find out what the return policy is just so I know. Should I choose to? Because I know.
You want to provoke it today?
Anyway, I know y'all love me at least. My mama loves me, so that's all that matters. I think she does. Anyway, today's book review is, we just said the name of it.
The Kindred.
Yep. If we're going to give it a rating, like between, you know, like a movie rating, like rated R, PG-13, what have you, I think this book will fall firmly in the PG-13. Yeah. There's anything particularly graphic in it, but there are relationships in it and drama. Like there's like a tabloid version of drama. So I would say probably PG-13. I can't foresee giving this to an 8-year-old, but a 16-year-old would drink it down and eat the bottle.
If they're a reader.
Yeah, like if it is a 16, yeah, if they're a reader, they would definitely if I had a 16-year-old, they could read this. If I had a 13-year-old, I'd probably let them read this. Anything under 13 though, I don't think I would. And then as a 1 to 10, for me, it is a solid 10.
I think I would give it a little less. You said that you wouldn't. I think I would.
Okay, so what'd you give it then? It's 1 to 10.
I'll give it about I'll get about a 7. About a 7. Yeah.
Yay, 7! Oh, is that my
You're distracted.
I am. Is that my banana pudding?
Yes.
Oh, it's good. Anyway, I'm sorry. Back to the lab again. So yeah, jumping right on in. Actually, did you want to say some things about it first?
Well, I spoke about it and how I felt. I think it's a interesting book, but I think it is a little promiscuous. I think it is a bit fluid. And my reason being is because the relationships within itself. It's like,
now don't get too far ahead though, because you don't want to ruin it.
I'm not. It's the attractions that are there, and it's like you love someone, but you can't love that one, you know, so you love the one that's current, so you love the one you with.
But it was different. Okay, so I get what she's saying. So it stars Joy and Felix, 2 people named Joy and Felix. Now, they are not human. However, they are human-esque. So they're humanoid. One way to think about it, I've heard someone else say this too, is essentially, and I think this is what the book was trying to say too, I could be wrong, but essentially we're the same species, but we have mentally progressed differently. So, they look exactly like humans. They behave exactly like humans. There's nothing superhuman about them. They can't, fly or something. But they're from a completely different solar system, let alone planet.
You know what I say? I say Harry and Meghan Markle. Yeah,
but Harry's white.
No, it hasn't to do with the culture. It has to do with the status.
But I don't think it's like Harry and Meghan only because Meghan has some money. Like, if we're going to be honest, Meghan has more than Harry.
If you really think about it, what I'm trying to basically say is that she would be considered a commoner.
Right. No status.
Right. And with him, he has something.
Right.
And so that's what I saw when it came to this book. And it continuously went on this way. So that's why for me it's like, that's what I see.
You know, we should get some background to this so that they know what we're talking. Okay, so they come from 2 different planets in the same solar system, but these 2 different planets are a part of the same government. So I believe it's 4 or 5 different planets in total, and they all have different things they specialize in. The one that Joy comes from is the poorest one. They used to have technology and stuff, but then they got beat up and they were told no, religion only. And by the way, religion says that you need to obey everything that we say. you know, not your gods, unless your gods say to obey us, then it's like, okay, you know. The same thing as colonizing people, coming into someone's house, like, oh, by the way, I know you're worshiping that idol over there, but you're now Christian. Oh, and by the way, I'm not going to tell you what real Christianity is. Christianity is God said, worship me.
I mean, that is the case today that you do see with many people,
So
unfortunately.
that's essentially what it was. Like, on Joy's planet, they basically came in and colonized it and said, even though they're all essentially the same people.
You have no control over your own body.
Yeah.
I saw politics.
Yeah. So what they ended up doing was, like, her planet was, like technology heavy and stuff. But when they got colonized, basically beat up and their stuff got taken, they were told the only technology you're allowed to have is essentially a cell phone, and of course like a television, so you can see the newsreels that they have, the propaganda, and anything else must be religion. That is it. That is all. So she works at a bookstore. Mind you, they're not allowed to have movies, barely allowed to have music, and the only thing they're allowed to watch on television is like the propaganda. So she works at a bookstore, so she is like queen, because like, okay, cool, I can get a book, because who knows what I'm reading? Nobody but me. How you gonna track it? So there's that. Now in this book, everyone has like not like a partner. It's not like a sexual partner or anything like that. But it's like if you're born on a Monday at 12 a.m. and this other person's born on a Monday at 12 a.m., then you two are connected. And they insert a chip into your brain so that you two can be interconnected. And it's usually in between classes, but it's usually not so far down. So to give an example, let's just say that, so let's just say that 2 was born on a Monday at 12 o'clock, and I was born on a Monday at 12 o'clock. Now, she's a princess, and I'm not even a commoner. Like, I am just like, I'm just at the bottom of the barrel. Don't even know how I got here, but I'm here. We wouldn't be matched. Now, if she was a princess and I was a senator's daughter, there's a possibility that we would be matched. So the issue with Joy is that she is matched to Felix. So mind you, she's not even a commoner. She's at like the bottom of the barrel. She's underneath the barrel. She's looking up at like, oh, is that a barrel? Like, that's where she's at. She's not even at the bottom of the barrel. She's beneath the barrel wondering what's this thing on top of me. So that's the life that she lives. Felix, on the other hand, he's like a prince, and he's adopted. But that's not like a spoiler or anything, because you find out pretty quickly towards the beginning. His mom was having issues having babies, or maybe his father's having issues having babies, because, you know, he was like a fighter or something. I think his dad used to be like an ex-wrestler or boxer or something.
I don't remember.
I know he's like an ex, somebody who uses their body to fight other people for fun, not because you want to hurt them, but because, you know, you're being paid to do so. So one of them had issues having a baby. It might have been both of them, because he might have got something correct, or she might have just, you know, not been able to have a baby, what have you. But yeah, Felix is adopted, and he is a, you know, he's not, I'm saying that he's a prince, but he's not really a prince. He's more like like you were saying, like in England, like maybe a duke. I think it's like a duke. He's kind of like more on that, like he's related to the royal family, but he's not so high up in the royal family that, you know, the queen mother dies, he becomes. Yeah, so he's like a duke. So people are like really freaked out when the two of them are matched, because it's like, this don't make sense. She a flip dip and commoner. She's going to tell him that how she lives isn't good, and he's going to be influenced to say, hey, we need to change that. So that's, you know, basically their interaction. Now they become friends, because that's what usually happens when you both have the chip. You become friends. Like, basically that person's your first friend.
To me, it seemed like they were psychos as a result, though.
I think everyone kind of, I'm just gonna be honest, I think everyone in the book kind of goes a little bit crazy, because like, how can you not be sane? Like, how can you not be insane if you have someone else's thoughts available to you 24/7 before you even, like, they do this when they're babies, right? Like, the moment they pop out the womb, it's like, cut the umbilical cord, wash that freaky white stuff off, put a chip in their head, and hand it to the mom. You know, like, it's from day, not even day one, from like minute one. So like, these people never had the opportunity to form thoughts independently, because they're always interconnected to the person who is their like partner. When people who are partnered, like when one of them dies, generally the other one is okay, but sometimes they die too. And then sometimes people choose to marry their partner, which is why that they try not to make the gap so big. because like even if Felix wanted to marry Joy, he couldn't marry Joy because Joy is too far down. They'd be like, nah, sir, that's not gonna work. We'd rather shoot her and see what happens with you. So Joy, she's betrothed to someone. Now their betrothal is like, it's like a mix between a black church and Muslim. So I'm just gonna be honest, because like when they go, it's a won't he do it? It's a won't he do it? Anyway, so it's like they go to like, basically church on Sunday, and like rich brother man. Now mind you, rich for peasants, so not rich for peasants. So keep in mind, like if you live in the projects, this is the person with the nice car. You know, that is it. But you also in the projects. So remember, rich for peasants. Keep that in mind. So he sees and he's like, "Oh, ain't that Joy? Ain't that Joy Abelra? Isn't that girl who's like partners with like the Duke? I want that." And so he's like, "I want to marry her." Mind you, her mother's a single mom. They live in a 1-bedroom apartment. You know, so this book is like for real. But anyway, they live in a 1-bedroom apartment, and her mom is like, "Bruh, listen, your daddy left me and took all my money with him. I don't got anything to offer you but the tears I was crying before you even got here. So you might as well get with rich dude. You know, not get with him, but like marry him." Because like I said, it's black church and Muslim kind of mixed together. That's how I feel like it is. Because it's like arranged, essentially. It's like, you see this person, and it's like, I would like that person. Your parent goes to the other person's parents, like, we would like to put these two together. Are they Lego pieces? Maybe, maybe not. Who cares? If they don't fit, we'll glue them. So, yeah, that's kind of how it works. He's kind of a jerk. Did you read the part about when he gave her a kiss? Girl, he would have got his neck cupped from the side to the side. He would have had a smile beneath his face. Because they said like he saw her like, you know, like, okay, imagine, I don't know like if you're familiar with church or anything, but imagine like a Sunday. You coming out of church, minding your own business, in your hand-me-down dress that you just watched yesterday. You're trying not to have nobody look at you.
It's not that, but okay.
I'm just saying, because remember, they're poor.
I know. So
she in her hand-me-down dress from her mother, she can barely fit because her mother and her don't got the same body type. Joy thicker than a Snicker, and her mother is just a Snicker. So, you know, they don't even got the same body type, but she got them hand-me-downs for her mother. She's trying to make them work.
Cupcake.
Yeah. Like, she trying to make it work. She trying. And then all of a sudden, brother man just walk up to her like, "I think I like you." Mwah! And I'm just like, bruh. Is there no mace here? Are there no
Lord.
sticks? Do we not have knees? Can we not just knee the thing? But no, I guess it's like, okay, cool. I guess I'm owned by this weirdo. Now, the interesting thing about that, it's not a spoiler, but he wanted Joy, not because he actually wanted Joy, but because he wanted to be in close proximity to the Duke, because he's like, yes, I'm a celebrity. I'm the richest of the poor. Now I'm a celebrity poor. Yay. And like, bro, you still have the same soup kitchen as the rest of us. Please stop. Please stop.
Didn't we talk about that yesterday?
Yeah. It's so crazy. Like, you in the same soup kitchen just because you're getting two slices of bread instead of one. We're still on the line together. Anyway. So, one thing I did really like though, about how they talked, is how that she talked about race. Because I hate how some of these books, like, they don't feel like, even though they may have like a black protagonist, or they may have a protagonist who's like under everyone else, they don't seem to talk about it correctly. Like when she talks about like Joy, because Joy Barra, she's dark skinned and she's thicker, and she lives on a planet that is like essentially destitute. I love how Alechia doesn't make it out like every single moment of every single day is just, I hate myself. Like some of these books really make it out like, oh my god, I'm dark skinned, I hate myself. Oh my god, I'm poor, I hate myself. Oh my god, nobody likes me. No, like 100%. If you are black or a minority, you already know nobody likes you. So it's not like a day-to-day thing. Will they like me today? Oh, they don't. No, like, bro, you wake up in the morning like, it's Sunday morning, the sun is shining, the air is fresh, nobody likes me. Time for a shower and breakfast. Like it's not something that you think about. It's like, do you go outside think like, do you wake up in the morning thinking like, oh wow, there's a whole group of people who don't like me? Or do you wake up in the morning like, I got things to do?
I wake up in the morning and say, oh God, why?
Okay, so if you're not two, and then you just wake up and you just live your life. So, you know, the way it talked about race and about colorism, because mind you, like everyone in the book is either black or some version of brown. So there is like a lot of colorism. So when it talks about it, it doesn't make it out. Joy's not saying, oh, I'm so ugly because I'm dark, or oh, I'm so ugly because I'm black, or oh, I'm so ugly because I'm thick. No. She's just like, oh yeah, these people don't like me because I'm darker skinned. These people don't want me to be with Felix because I'm darker skinned and I'm thick and I'm poor. This guy only wants me because I'm kind of thick and he like it. Oh, and when that guy who randomly kissed her, check this out. When did you read the part when like he randomly kissed her, and then later on she, like in the beginning of the book, she's like, oh, I can't have a cupcake because he wants me to lose weight. Bruh, you kissed me. You grabbed all these rolls on Sunday, and you know there was rolls because I'm in my mama's tight dress, because it's not tight on her, but it's tight on me. So you walked up, saw all these rolls, liked it, wanted the Pillsbury Dough girl, and you decided to get yourself a piece, and then getting mad that you fluffed. No, so
I don't think I pictured her to be that big.
She's not big, but she's fluffy. That's why I said like he wanted somebody who's like super thin, like, you know.
Fluffy though, because fluffy could be a number of things here.
So if you look at her, and I love how they did this. Like she actually looks like a big girl. She doesn't look like a skinny girl who they just put some weight onto or something. She actually looks like a big girl. So I'm guessing that she's around 2 something, 3 something, like something in there.
I didn't see her as being that big because, I mean, quite honestly, I'm just going to say hair. Her hair would be big. She has like a standard old size. Considered like to some places you are considered big. Like when it comes down to nationality, you could be considered obese if you go over a certain amount of weight.
That's true.
And so she doesn't seem like a person who was big as far as I was concerned, even though it's like I had to keep being reminded that she was a bigger person, because I just kept looking at her as just a regular person.
That's because that's how the author wrote it. The author wrote it as, this is a regular human who just got some meat on her. And mind you, I am thick. I am thick. So if someone just randomly walks up to me and I don't need them in the crotch for kissing me, I'm going to say the same thing. You knew you were trying to kiss on Pillsbury Dough girl. Why are you looking at me and saying with Little Debbie? Bruh, when you saw me, I wasn't Little Debbie. I was Pillsbury Dough girl. Like, don't come at me looking for somebody you knew wasn't there in the first place. And yes, I'm going to eat my cake. I'm going to eat
something mainly other than cake if I can.
But
I love to eat my little food too. I mean, I'm big, but I'm not big. So I'm big, but I'm not big. According to, like I just said here, just told you. When it comes to it, how people perceive you to be. I'm short. So as a result, a person like me will be considered to be fat or obese according to my height. And then at the same time, it's like, because my weight is supposed to be, as they say, 120 pounds. Nutritionally. It is supposed to be 120 to 130 tops. No more, no less.
I'm sorry, do you want me to like to add anything to this?
So then,
now go ahead and tell me about your blonde hair.
I ain't got blonde hair. That's you for right now until you change your hair color.
Go ahead.
Anyway.
She also knows how to fly spaceships as well. Let's put it all out there. Let's put it all. If we gonna do it big.
I'm dead.
Let's not just lie about the way. Sister girl fly spaceships, live in a mansion. We live in luxurious up in here. Like, this is nice. This is nice. How many cars you got? Like 3? She got like 3 of them. I think one's an Aston Martin.
I thought in the last one I said I ain't got no car.
I thought we were lying for you though.
I'm not playing with you.
Okay, well I guess we're not lying for her anymore.
Lies. You are lying. But that is the case.
If you don't see a car with her, it's because they're all in the shop at the same time. Because that's how she rolls. She put all her cars in the shop at the same time. Mercy. Now, if you see her walking out of something that ain't a mansion,
did I not though?
She don't live there. If you see her walking out of any place that is not a mansion, she don't live there. If you see mail with her name on it, that is not going to a mansion. They sent it to the wrong address. She just picked up her mail. She don't live there.
Oh, God.
I'm just saying.
Oh, my God. It's hot now.
If we gonna lie, we might as well do a bagel.
You lying like...
I'm just saying.
You need to stop that.
Give the people what they want.
You need to stop that. Because I just said that I'll tell you. I have no problem with it. I make no qualms. And that is the situation for me. But get out of my face with your braids.
Anyway.
So, that is the deal.
Back to the truth.
No, this is the truth. That is the deal.
Now that we're done with the lies.
I don't get the truth. I don't get what you're saying right now.
So yeah, she
you stop that lies. Stop those lies.
I'll say she's not fat, but it depends what you consider fat. Because I used to say, I still kind of say it. If I don't see my stomach when I look down,
I see mine.
I'm not fat. That's how I see it.
I see
like
mine.
if my chest comes all the way out and covers the sins that I the sins beneath them, I'm not fat. I am thick. I am thicker than a Snicker. That's what I am. So Joy is like thicker than a Snicker. That's what she is. Now something really bad happens. I think we can say what the bad thing that happens, right? Like, so there was like an assassination, right? Oh, before we get into the assassination, so there's this dude, right? He's like a well, it says it's an assassination. We're not gonna ruin it.
Alright then.
Anyway, we gonna work off the assumption that there was an assassination because we're not finna ruin the book for anybody who wants to buy the book and find out exactly what happened. Anyway,
that's why I said I'm tone deaf right about now. You and your behind keep screaming in my ear. That's what you keep doing.
Leave me alone.
Stop it.
Anyway, so there's this guy who's like an advisor to Felix, right? Like he's not family and he ain't actually nice or anything. He's actually kind of mean to Joy, but Felix don't know it until later. He's actually kind of mean to Felix, but Joy doesn't know until later. Okay, so Brother Man, not Felix, but the dude who's like an assistant to him. So Brother Man actually has a crush on somebody, I think named Talia, I want to say. Something with a T. I'm going to say Talia. Talia could be wrong though, but we're going to go with Talia for the moment.
Or just T for now.
Yeah, we'll go for T right now. So I'm pretty, it's a T something. So he has a crush on her, right? But he a grown man. He don't go to her like a grown man would do. He like kind of like does like a serpent. He's like, I'm gonna weave my way into this. Meanwhile, she's like, I'm not checking for you. I'm not checking for you. I'm not checking for you. I don't play this. I don't play checkers. I play chess, and I'm not checking for you. So there's like an assassination. Or we're just gonna call it an assassination, where like a bunch of royal ships go down. Yeah, a bunch of royal ships go down, and because they go down, like, oh my God, what happened? And because so many ships go down, mind you, I said that he was a part of the royal family. Felix is a part of the royal family, but he is not like a prince. He's like a duke. So when everything hits the fan, they're like, the only royal left is Prince Felix, because now he's considered a prince now. And he's like, oh snap, I ain't signed up for this. I did not sign up for this. I did not get born and dropped off to be able to become a prince. No sir, I want to sing. And then they say like he did it. Yeah, because remember like in the beginning of it, like he was at a concert, but he was like, I can't sing, I'm scared. Like, bro, just do it, just do it, just do it, just do it. Anyway, we also find out that he has like a crush on Joy, and like he likes her thickness. And I think the reason why he has a crush on her too is because, mind you, they've been intimately connected since birth. So it's kind of hard. Like, I would say you either hate someone that you're intimately connected to for that long, or you love them, but there is no in between, because literally their thoughts are your thoughts and your thoughts are their thoughts. So I think it's like you either love them explicitly or you hate them to death. Like you either want them to stay in your brain or you want them to die.
That's why I say it's like a figment of their imagination, but at the same time they're not.
You're right, yeah, because she was saying that she could see stuff through him, but then also she couldn't exactly see it through him though, because she could see, I think one time she said she could see him standing somewhere, but you can't see someone standing, like if I'm looking at you and you can see what I'm looking at, if I'm looking at your treadmill and you can see what I'm looking at, then you can't, like if you could see through me, then you wouldn't be able to see me seeing your treadmill, you would only see the treadmill.
Mm-hmm.
So that, I think it is like some parts where they do kind of have to imagine, or the chip does something.
Mm-hmm.
But they end up running away because everyone is like, the Duke Felix did it. So he ends up getting Joy because he's like, bro, they're gonna come from my partner, so I need to bounce before they come for us. So they end up coming to Earth, and on Earth, oh, I loved it. I loved it. So they meet a black kid on Earth in some part of Florida that I've never heard of. I don't even know if it's a real city. Do you think it's a real city? I don't know. But anyway, they end up meeting this kid in Florida, and like his mom died, which is sad. But his dad takes his mom's ashes to go like spread them, and then he ghosts his son. Like just straight up like, I'm gonna go spread your mom's ashes. Can I come with you? Because she was my mom. Absolutely not. Bye. And then like just straight up ghost brother. And yeah, so he got to figure out life on his own. When his dad come back, I just want to slap that man. Like, I understand that you have grief and everything like that, but you also got a kid. Like, I understand like you're grieving losing the person, but you're literally leaving a whole part of the person behind to go do your grief. Like, no. I wish my husband would. I wish my husband would. If I found out my husband like go and spread my ashes across the U.S. or something.
How would you find that out? You'll be dead.
I know. But I would want someone to resurrect me just so I could slap him for that.
Yeah.
You can't leave no baby behind. Like, cause he wasn't a baby, but still like 16, like in no money. It's not like he said, okay, I'll be back in a bit and I'll leave you some money. Broham had to go find money. Like he had to go sell stuff, and he, you know, like he didn't leave him like with the ability to be able to do for himself. Yeah. He just left him. So they end up coming to Earth, and they end up basically integrating, because remember, they look human. Their eyes look a little bit different, but they look human. Now, Joy is used to being told that how she looks isn't as appealing. She don't care. It's just what it is. When she gets to Earth, this white dude, now mind you, she's not used to seeing people who look like him, because remember, she's on peasant planet. Right. And so everyone is just different shades of brown, but there aren't, I don't think they mention any like white aliens. I don't think so. So like seeing him and then seeing this other really nice girl who was white too, like this is new for her.
Well, the newscasters sound Chinese to me.
I think that's just the way that the narrator was reading it. I do like his voice though, Amid. Anyway, but yeah, so like she sees this white dude and he likes her. She's like, oh, you know, I'm kind of chubby, and he's like, girl, you just kind of my kind. That's what you kind of. That's the kind you are. What's your flavor? My favorite. That's what your flavor is called. Favorite. But so she's not used to that. She's like, this is a really cute guy who likes me. Oh my gosh. And then Felix isn't used to that either, because like he's used to liking Joy, but he's used to being like the best person who likes Joy. You know what I mean? Because he's, you know, so high up. So he's used to people saying things about her. He doesn't say bad things about her. He tries to lift her up, but he's used to people not doing that. So when he sees that this dude is like, hey girl, hey. And she's like, you know, blushing and stuff about it. He's like, you know, I don't like this. I don't, even though Felix ain't no angel. Felix has been with everybody and then some. I would be surprised if Felix hadn't been with me. Like, this man just been, he just been around. He's been around. So I don't know why.
Fluid in the first place.
Except now with her, she couldn't be with anybody.
Exactly.
Like even when she left the planet, or like even when she left her planet, she on Earth. Like, oh wow, this guy's really nice. But I am betrothed. Like, girl. Yeah. Girl, you was betrothed on that planet. You on Earth now. You ain't nothing but single. And it's the summer. But anyway.
But she was young.
Yeah, she was indoctrinated. That's what I was saying, yeah. Because that's what they end up doing to the people on that planet. They told them religion only. And by the way, your religion says you need to worship us. Like, what about the gods? And the gods specifically said you need to worship us. Didn't they exist before you, though? I think we exist at the same time, I want to say. Like, you know, gods now, and then me right here. Boom, yay. Like, that's really how they try to do it. I don't like it. But she did a good job. The author did a very good job at bringing that aspect into it. Also, I think she mentioned COVID in there too. Yeah, I think she did mention COVID. So she put like a lot of recent things in it as well. I really enjoyed their romance. Oh, this one I really like too. The guy who likes her, the white guy who likes her, her dad is like one of those, no, his dad, I'm sorry, is like one of those conspiracy theorist type people. And he's like, I believe that there is life on other planets. And NASA's like, I believe you need another job. Not with us. You're fired. Because you know, like NASA, like they have a big installation in Florida. So his dad worked for there. And when he's like, there are aliens out there. And like, oh wow, there probably is aliens out there. And there's also an unemployed man in this room. Excuse me, there's an unemployed man in this room and he's you. We don't know if there's aliens, but we know there's an unemployed man here. So yeah, he ended up having to work for the school full time and stuff. And when Felix and Joy tried to get him to believe like, yeah, we're aliens and we could use your help, he's like, you're making fun of me. That's what you're doing. Now mind you, I want you to put this in context. Two people who are human, but they look a little off. Their eyes look a little bit different, their hair looks a little bit different, but they're saying they're human. And then they tell you that no, actually we're aliens. And you have been looking all this time for aliens. Wouldn't you be like, okay, dumb, but I'm listening. I don't believe you, but I will consider it. I don't think this is right, but let's have some coffee and talk it out. You know, like if that was what you were looking for, and someone says, bruh, I got the answer for you. I don't even know you, but I know you can help me. And this is the help that you wanted in the first place. You'd consider it. You'd give it a thought. You might not be like, I believe you, but you might, you know, give it a think. Well, they gave that poor man a stroke. Gave that poor man a stroke. He just passed his little self on out. And I'm like, oh my God, did you kill the teacher? Did you murder the teacher? What happened? But yeah, he didn't die. He is helpful. You know, we don't want to give away too much of the book. I'm not gonna.
I ain't giving away much of nothing.
So we're not gonna say how it ends or what happened. And we are going to say that brother man who was like an advisor kind of to Felix and basically just like a jerk to Joy. He has a lot to do with everything. He has his little grubby hands and everything. Oh, and I love the newscaster people. They were just so fun. You know, just remind you of Hunger Games a little bit.
No.
That guy from Hunger Games that was like the announcer and stuff. Like how bubbly he was with bad things though. It's like, oh wow, they just ate a child. But yay, District 4. Like, you know, they were kind of like that. I found it interesting to find out later on in the book that the newscasters are married. So I thought that was kind of cute. That made sense because they did have really good chemistry together. Mm-hmm. So it made sense that they were married. I think they might have even been partners too, but I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. They were partners? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought so because the chemistry was just like too good. It was like the same brain, different minds. If that makes any sense. Like, you know how like your brain has the information, but like they kind of say your mind is what thinks. It's like same brain but different mind. So it's like they were pulling from the same stuff, like literally the same stuff.
That's like how I told you that it's like a second. Somebody said to me, second brain. You're my second brain.
The person who said that to you, did they have the first one though? Do I know them?
They have the first one, but they also said that I was like their second brain for them. For where they slacked, it was like I gave them what they needed and more.
Do I know them though? Because I don't be liking all the people that you like. I don't.
I said no. I didn't say like. I just said no.
Okay, yes. They probably didn't have a brain at all. They probably like, you are my brain.
They had a brain, but it was just the fact
they
that
had a peanut swirling around their head.
You need to stop
I don't be liking the people that you know. I don't know.
That's not nice.
I don't like all of them. Some of them they cool, but I don't be liking all of them.
How do you know all the people I know?
I don't, and I avoid them too because I think I'm better than they are. Anyway,
stop it.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Oh,
if there's a ladder, I'd be close to the top.
The fact of them helping them to get there to reach where their mind was going or wasn't so sure about. It's really what it was. I don't care how you're looking at it. That's not true.
Mm-hmm. So anyway.
That's not true.
This has been our review. Mean. It's mean or truthful though?
Stop mean. Just mean.
We are running out of time though.
Okay.
Okay, so yes, this has been a book review for
the Kindred.
And hold up the book. Oh my God, Vanna.
I'm not Vanna.
Vanna, you're wearing white, Vanna.
I'm also wearing red.
But her last name isn't Red, it's Vanna White.
Yeah, but
Vanna, hold it up.
I don't think so.
Thank you. So today's book review has been on The Kindred by Alechia Dow. And once again, it is rated PG-13. And
sorry about that.
And gets a 10 from me, a 7 from 2, and something from you, hopefully. We really did enjoy it. And we look forward to seeing you all next week. Thank you for checking in. Bye, Bookends. Girl, if you don't get some enthusiasm.
You know I'll never have it.
Hey, Bookends. We forgot to tell you. We're having a...
Oh, you said a giveaway, right? 3-book giveaway? Free book giveaway?
So we're doing
giving some stuff away.
We're both giving some stuff away. We're giving away 3 audiobooks. So 1 per watcher or subscriber or what have you.
You just threw that at me, so how would I remember?
Oh my god, too.
I'm just telling you.
In order to enter, just comment with your favorite book that you're listening to right now. And like, of course, our video, and also subscribe to our channel. We will pick 1 person at random at the end of the month, at the end of October. So I guess, what, I mean, 31st, October 31st?
Uh-huh.
So we'll let you know in our November.
Indoors.
We're all going to be indoors. It's dark out. Anybody trying to miss
yeah,
I'm not trying to miss a mystery night. No, devil not going to try to find me. No, sir. Thank you.
Mystery night is on 30th.
I know, but some people be carrying over like it's The Purge or something. Like, no, sir, it's a movie. It's not real. Anyway, so yeah, 3 books,
Lord.
3 winners. So each winner gets 1 book. Comment what your favorite book is, and also like and subscribe, and we will let you know who won in our November video. Bye, Bookends.
Bye-bye.